Hello, Carol. I'm just checking to make sure you can see me and hear me. Guess I have some PTSD from that first one. It was a little nerve-wracking. So, I've just been over on Evie's channel in a live, and Mrs. G was doing a live, and I was on live on my computer and a live on my phone, and it got to be too much stimulation, and I had to bug out. Hello, yep. So you can see me, Carol? Can you hear me okay? I've got in my one thing to make sure the audio's good. Oh, great. It's all good, honey. Oh, so you beat Debbie Sue here. That's quite a feat that Debbie Sue was not the first one in my life, that you were. So we talk about Debbie Sue. We don't even know how she finds out their lives. So yes, she's usually first. Her and Sally got this war going on about who can get in someone's life first. Hi, Paula. You're live hopping tonight? That being in two lives was way too much stimulation for me. I had to decide. So I went back to Evie's live because it was a little too much. I just get. Oh, Debbie Sue was waiting so Sally would get here first. So there. So Debbie Sue and Sally have the I Be First war, but Carol beat both of you at Whole Food Matters. Yes. So Carol was first. Yep. She was waiting on me. Oh, says I knew she did that, but I was in the bathroom because I have a UTI problem. Yeah, that'll do it, Sally. I hope they give you something for that. You were waiting an hour early. Yes, Sally was here an hour early. Oh, Carol was here 30 minutes ago. She'd been sitting on go waiting for this. We had so much fun last week. It was phenomenal. I just couldn't believe it. Sally, next time take your phone. Oh, then Evie distracted you? Well, she got off 10 minutes ago. She gave us all time to get a drink, do a potty break, all of that. So, anyway, so here we are. It's Wednesday night. Um, oh, how long do you think it takes me to walk to the bathroom with this pain? I bet. I bet. I had several of those last year, but I think my doctor's got me where I don't have them anymore. So, Big D's place. Hi, Daryl. Did you come join the hen party? No telling what we'll talk about tonight. It's up there with childlike. Yeah, if you've never had one. So Carol says, "Hey Rhonda, do you remember the question I said I was going to ask when we talked this morning?" No, I don't. I forgot what you were going to ask me. So I don't remember. Think of something else. I thought we would kind of talk a little bit about Evie, who has Evie's Retired, that's her channel name, and myself. We met in person yesterday, and it was really good. We had a great place. I'm trying to listen and read, and there's so much going on in these. They're saying hi to each other. Oh, yeah. Evie was going to go do her walk and then come back and join our live. So um, it was really quite the experience to get to meet someone in person. And you feel like you know them because, we talk about our lives and ourselves and stuff going on and all of that. So you kind of get to know the person, but you don't really get to know the person until you meet them in person. I mean, you do, but you don't. Carol and I met each other last year. We've known each other for 2 years through talking, and we've done a lot of Marco Polo, and we didn't skip a beat. We didn't even skip a beat on that deal. Um, yeah, and then we surprised Sally D with a live, and then we get home and had a surprise from. See, I got my two on. I wore them today, but see, I can't. You're supposed to wear bangles in odd increments. I learned that when I lived in Saudi Arabia, that they all wear their bangles in odds, threes and fives and sevens. Yes, I wore them all day today. Yep. So, mm-hmm. And Sally did do an amazing job, Debbie Sue. It was so awesome. Get home and there's a package from Sally D. Oh, I love you too, Sally. So, did you get your video? Did you get stuff filmed, Carol? Did you get a good picture of that apron you had on? I like that apron. It's really bright. So I should put mine on. Well, I said I was going to wear mine to the live, my apron. It's hanging on the door right over behind there. So you watched Sally's. Yes, I did, Rhonda. I watched Sally. So today's, scaring her husband. Yeah, she FaceTimed me and I was driving home and she had that skeleton in the seat of her car next to her and she's driving, you could see on the phone, and there's the skeleton riding in the seat of the car next to her. I thought that was pretty funny. I thought, man, you need to tape that. You could just put that skeleton in your car and just go do your errands. um had their seatbelt on. Carol said she got her video done baking a birthday cake for her neighbor. And then she sent me a picture of the two of them eating the cake. Yes, she did. So, oh, you want me to go get my apron? Carol just got a embroidery machine and I want to make aprons. Yeah, Sally D. Carol makes these they have a big bib on them so it covers everything up here so you don't get food on the sides of the girls. Okay, I'm gonna go get it. I'll be right back. It's, see it? She knows my favorite color is purple. And see how it covers the whole front. There you go. I'm I'm advertising, Carol. See, and it has pockets. This one has pockets. She surprised me. So, but yeah, pockets. Another one of those surprises in the mail. And so there's the apron. I'm not washing any dishes though, Paula. I gotta catch up. Aprons are fun, Sally D. Simply Debbie Sue, that would be great, Sally. I don't want to make the apron. I just want to embroider them with names on them. Carol said at Whole Foods, Food matters. Does anyone here like to bake but not eat? Paula said, it's beautiful. Simply Debbie Sue said, she does, Carol. Sally D's, oh my gosh, that is so beautiful. That's gorgeous. It's stunning. Even Daryl says it's beautiful. I know, isn't it? And she made a Wonder Woman one, and she made her husband one, and she embroidered on it, and she's really she made one that had kind of a heart shaped top to it, put ruffle on it, and then it had a waist, and I don't know. She's made some really cool aprons. The fabrics and the combination of the colors she uses. Um, you would want to get it dirty. Well, it's machine washable. Whole food matters. Oh, embroidery is fun. She embroideries on, or she monograms. The one she made for her husband. I think isn't he in that one in one of your Italian Sunday cooking? So I know, aren't they? The purple. I love this color purple. Can you tell I like purple? I mean, go figure. I want to paint my wall back here kind of a light. It's kind of a grayish purple. She does not have them on her site to sell, but she should do that. Okay, Miss Paula does retirement. My dishwashing diaries is on hold. I'm trying to reform and not let dishes pile up, but now I don't even have enough dirty dishes to go live. Oh. Carol says she's made boudoir ones too. And she said, yes, Angelo is wearing his bonus dad apron in one video. So y'all can go check them out. She's gearing up to make some more. She made them for St. Patty's Day. And I don't remember Halloween ones, but I'm sure you did. Yes, you made Halloween, Christmas. She just, she goes and finds these cool fabrics, and she wore one in the video she made today making the cake. And she said she did a plug for them. She's trying to sell her aprons on her channel. So, whole food matters. Ha ha ha. Oh, Paula, you could have come here today. I had a sink full of dishes. You sure did. Well, she Marco Polo'd me her sink of dirty dishes. Oh, that's funny. Paula said that's funny, Carol. It's really funny. So you could have went there and done dishes. So there's enough people here. I think we've got started. I'm going to do my disclaimer. My content is not to replace therapy or coaching. It is simply sharing my experience, strength, and opinion for inspiration and entertainment. I even put the disclaimer on my script on my videos because I just kind of felt led to do that. All right, let's see. Carol says she's going to set up a store on my website soon. Paula says me not letting the dishes pile up won't last. Did you turn over a new leaf, Paula? So you just do a few dishes, and then we'll go sit on the back porch. And the live I was in with Evie was like, she was talking on a live last week and talking about us possibly meeting up. And she said she was a little bit nervous about meeting me because what would she say? Seemed so refined and mature. And I had just gotten on but hadn't commented. And so I said, are y'all talking about me? Thought she don't think I'm so refined now. So she said today, she said she could just see me sipping tea out of a fancy teacup with a saucer. She said she doesn't think that anymore. Yeah, be sitting on the veranda with my teacup. Carol's laughing. Yeah, she knows better. I said, well, and Evie had watched my fishing videos, and she said, I believed it today after meeting you, but I wouldn't have, if I'd have watched those before I met you, I wouldn't have believed it. So anyway, yes, people get an idea of who I am, and then they meet me and get to know me, and they realize that I'm not so refined and mature. Sally D said, even though you do all those things, I still have a high opinion of you. Thank you, Sally. So I was asked one time, how'd you get so wise? And I told them I made a lot of mistakes and hopefully learn from them. Some of them I don't know that I have. I got to repeat it till I learn it. Carol, oh yes, Rhonda is a gem. Mm-hmm. Yep, I am. I don't know what kind of gem. I'm a diamond in the rough. Sally D, I like that I got so wise because I made a lot of those mistakes. Well, I like the serenity prayer, and it says, we have to learn the wisdom to know the difference. My saying is, my mistakes are opportunities to learn the wisdom to know the difference. Ah, Sally said, I like that I have a sense of humor. Carol says, me too, lots and lots. And that's what I think makes these lives good, because my sense of humor comes out some in my videos, but not really like I am, because I can be kind of silly. Carol, okay. Yeah, Carol said, me too, lots and lots. All right. So last week, we got a little sidetracked on the subject of panties. And so I wanted to read y'all the poem of about friends. So it says, okay, your videos are more for a professional person, but the live is the real you outside of work. Yeah, I some of my videos, some of that has come out, but I'm going to read this poem. It says, friends are like underwear. Some crawl up your butt, some snap under pressure, some don't have the strength to hold you up. Some get a little twisted, some are your favorite. Some are cheap and just plain nasty. And some actually do cover your butt when you need them. I love that. Anyway, I wanted to read that poem for y'all tonight. Okay. Sally said your videos are more for oh, I already read that one. She also said, Sally, see you see teaching kindergarten, I could be both at both places, a big goofball. Carol said, love that. Sally said, email that to me. You just look it up online. I just put in poem about friends and panties and got it. So simply Debbie Sue, I wish I had wrote that. LOL. Now that it does sound like something that you would write, you know, but as long as you quote, I don't even know if it has somebody who wrote it. It doesn't say. It's a poster. I don't know. I don't know who wrote it, but it's a poem and it's on the internet. So, are you reading us a story again on Friday, Debbie Sue? I love your little stories. You're going to have to put them in a book and publish them. Yes, you are. So, what have all of y'all done? This is Hump Day. So, we're almost over the hump. Debbie Sue said, yes, there is one scheduled to go out. Well, that's good. You'll have to let us know. I will purchase your book because the 3 stories I've heard you read, all of them have been so good, just so good. And so, Miss Paula, we can say we knew Debbie Sue before she was published. That's great. Did Debbie Sue do a video today? I mean, a story, not a book yet. Oh, Okay. See, that's what makes this difficult is it kind of gets hard to understand. You have a video where you recorded reading your story ready to go out. You're proactive, Miss Debbie Sue. No wonder you make it first to the lives. So she didn't know the book's not no. It's her next story. She's already got it ready to go for Friday. So I'm impressed. I have done a few things ahead of time, but it kind of got to where just making a whole bunch. Of course, my husband's been at home for 2 months. He went to work today. I was so excited, but he's been home, and I've not had the quietness. For me, it's got to be quiet and all of that. So, oh, a book is on the works at some point. Well, I'm going to cheer you on, Debbie Sue, because I think it would be phenomenal. Yes. Carol said, Debbie Sue, I'm interested. Me too, trying. Yeah, Carol's trying that. She's been writing on a book. I've actually read uh, like some sections she sent me. So Debbie Sue said, oh, great, Carol. Paula said, I did senior center exercise today. They made Cornish hens for supper. I saw your short, Paula. You've been to the senior citizen. Carol is trying to write a book. I need to watch your videos. Hers are little short stories, and they're a lot about like country stuff or, all of that. You don't remember what? That you sent me part of your book? You did. You sent me part of your book. Oh, is Evie here? She got back. We've been talking about you, Evie. So it's been good stuff. So, oh, it's correct. You did send me a part of your book that you had written. Evie, simply Debbie Sue. Carol, I need to catch up on your content. Paula said, Evie, I figured you had to walk the dog. So Evie's back, I guess, from her walk, and she's tuned in to us. And Evie's the creator that I met yesterday. We met at Chili's halfway in Decatur, Texas. We all need to catch up on everyone. We do. And I was so busy last week. I missed so much. So Sunday, I binged watched videos to try to get caught up. I don't think I did. Oh, you're still walking, Evie. Still. So you're texting and walking again. I think that's a talent that, it's just a really great talent. So another thing I thought about talking about is Carol and I, we Marco Polo in the mornings, and we were talking this morning. And I was telling her something about something that happened. And it's like, when God seems to put his hands on something, it's like it just, bam, immediately happens. I call them divine appointments or whatever. But I kind of had one of that happen, but it's kind of gone south a little bit. But I still know that God's in charge and that there's something that is going to come of that. So, oh, Debbie Sue's going to catch up on video watching this weekend. Evie, Paula asked Evie if it was dark there. Oh, she's chewing gum again too. I knew she was multi-talented, but meeting her in person, I know that to be real now. We were doing the video for my channel, and the wind kept blowing the tripod over. So Evie just reached out her foot, put it on one of the things, and it just stayed there. It takes talent to be able to do that. I was so impressed. Tasty Food and Blogs. Hi, Tasty Food. Welcome. Where are you from? Most of us in here know each other. She must know. She must know Sally. Sally said hi, Tasty. Debbie Sue said hi. She said hello back. I'm assuming you're a female. Why don't you tell us a little bit about you? Tasty Food and Vlogs with MZ. How are you? Well, I'm good right now. Um, it's been a good day. I had my house to myself this morning. My husband went back to work after he stepped in a hole at work, and he works for the gas company, and he twisted his ankle, thought it was broke, but it wasn't. And so he just got released to go back to work, and he did that today. We were celebrating. Paula said, that was funny on your live with Evie when the guy asked if you were office women. I know, he asked, because I thought maybe we were going to have to put him in a timeout, but he didn't get inappropriate on us, but I thought he was going to. Oh, so I guess we look like office women or something, Evie. I don't know. Yeah. We did a live on Evie's channel, and then I made a little short video because I had filmed a little bit before I went to meet her, and then I came home and had the package from Sally, so I put the tail end on it. But I've watched that video twice because it's just so fun to watch. It's like, I don't know. I know, Carol. Yeah, so we thought he was going to go and we were going to have to time him out. I don't know what kind of office he was thinking of, Paula. Evie said, I had no idea what he meant. I just think he was bugging in. But I really thought he was fixing to get inappropriate, and Paula wasn't there to time him out. So Paula said maybe he thought you two were on your office lunch break. Well, we were. We were out of the office. Neither one of us were in our, call it a studio. I call it my office because I do work in here sometimes. Simply Debbie Sue said she kind of thought that too. Yes. So back to the thing. I mean, have y'all had any what I call divine appointments lately, to where something happened and you knew only God could have orchestrated it? So, okay, Simply Debbie Sue said, but you never know about these wackadoodles. And Paul said, true, Debbie Sue, the wackadoodles. Oof. I've only seen a few of those on other people's channel. I don't know. I don't have a little person with a wrench and not wrench. Well, anyway, whatever. Little thing to help curtail if I had any trolls in my live. So I don't know how to do that. Maybe Sally can tell me, or Paula. Someone tell me how to set up wrench people. Lots of wackadoodles on YouTube's. Sally D, how come you don't have any moderators? Because I don't know how to make a moderator. Do you go up here to the three little dots? How do you do it, Sally? You're going to have to tell me, and then I can do it. You just click on a name. Oh. Add as moderator. Like that? What's a standard? Can review and remove chat messages and hide or put users in timeout. Okay. All right. Did that work? I'm going to try this one. Now, I know how I've timed somebody out before on Sally D's. Okay. There's Sally. She's a moderator. I made Carol a moderator. Yeah. Oh, Debbie, I'm the first one. Man, there's some competition here. I remember that live to where Sally and Justin, wasn't it Sally and Justin? I don't remember, got into a crown war. And I don't know, they're used to show the crowns on here, but they don't. You have to go to the top and hit the crown button and find out who's the top. Sally gets a tiara. Daryl is laughing his butt off right now. Oh, Debbie Sue said, laugh out loud, Sally. So, oh, Carol is. She cracked a whip. She kind of gets up in my crawl every once in a while and so you really needed this today. I'm glad, Sally. I'm so sorry you're sick. And Miss, oh, Carol gets a tiara too. Miss Paula's on the mend though this week, and now you're sick. So we can pray for each other. And so I'll just make y'all all moderators. How's that? Sally's got a whole bunch of moderators. I can't hardly say that. Moderator. So y'all can be moderating up in here. So anyway, so I asked y'all, she's over there laughing and crying because of her UTI. So I asked y'all if y'all have had a divine appointment. I have had several, and I last year I studied a whole bunch of stuff about manifesting, because I had read somewhere to where, people do that law of attraction, but they don't, the use any of the other universal laws. So I decided to study them. And the number one most important law is there is a divine oneness. And I think that's really cool. And a few days ago on Sally D's Sunrise, her live in the mornings, she read a whole devotional page about divine oneness. It was really good. Um, oh, okay. Sally D said she got a good laugh, although it was painful, and she got a good nap today. Big Deep's place, Daryl, she's over there laughing and crying because of her UTI. Simply Debbie Sue said, "Oh, Sally." And then Mrs. Paula does retirement at hashtag Core Tribe. And then Carol at Whole Food Matters. Yep, God saved my life in Dominican. So, yeah, those are divine appointments. I've sure had a lot of them in my life. And some of them I don't realize until in hindsight, that that's what that was. And, I call them God deals, whatever. So Carol said she was skinny dipping with her husband on the honeymoon, and the tide came in and out. And you got whipped around like a rag doll. Didn't know which way was up. Finally, we got out, but my bathing suit was gone. Your bathing suit was gone. I thought if you went skinny dipping, you didn't wear a bathing suit. Oh, she said it was wrapped around her neck. Paula said, "Oh my gosh, Carol." Yeah, so it was scary, Carol said. I bet it was. Paula said, "Thank God you made it." Yes. I think that, Debbie Sue had a divine appointment in Walmart when she found the Werthers, the maple cream Werthers. So Daryl said, "I don't skinny dip, I chunky dunk." So, how many of you in here have been skinny dipping? Paula's laughing at Big B. I got the dry mouth. My allergies this time of year give me that dry, hacky cough. Now I don't want to get to coughing on here. I have a coughing fit. Oh, Debbie Sue said, yes, she did. There was only one bag, and it was there just for her. And Paula said she didn't like water. Carol said, my husband had to hold a coconut shell in front of him because he lost his too. A coconut shell, huh? Paula never gets the water past her ankles. Simply Debbie Sue said Carol, laugh out loud. Paula's said Carol and a bunch of laughies. So how funny. That is so funny. Coconut. Oh, there's Mrs. G's joined us. Hey, family. Saw you in your live, and now Miss Paula put a whole bunch of coconuts. He covered his with a coconut. That is pretty funny. Funny. You never know what we're going to talk about. Oh, so anyway, that's what makes lives fun. It's the comments and where the comments go. So everybody's saying hi to Mrs. G. He went to get a towel for us, and when we returned to the crowd, they were lined up like paparazzi taking pictures of you. How long ago was this, Carol? I never heard this story. I've heard a lot of your stories, but I haven't heard that one. Oh, I can't say it. Heartily Happy, who is Mrs. G, said she's finally here. And Debbie Sue said, oh my goodness. Oh, that's a great story. Carol, you got to do a live. You got some stories. I told stories last week. So, oh my goodness. So, anyway. All right. 1986. Okay. So, yep. Carol said she was a bit sassy back then. She still got a little sassy streak in her. So, Paula said that's why you should never get in past your ankles. Well, I like the water. I like to swim, and I like everything there is about the water, but I do not like the ocean. I don't like that pool. So, anyway, Carol said, ha ha, Paula. So, any others of you have had a divine appointment? Heartily Happy, Mrs. G said she can't swim. No ocean for you. No, I don't like the ocean. I don't, so. Carol said, water soothes my soul. Paula said, me neither, Mrs. G. Simply Debbie Sue says, she can't swim either. Wow. Well, my mother couldn't swim, so every summer, the first of the summer, we went to the Red Cross swimming lessons. I even got all the way up and was tested for lifeguard. So, you like to look at it though, Mrs. G. It's very calming. You're right. Water is very calming. And the ocean, the sound of the ocean, the waves coming in and out and all of that is like meditation, and it is so calming. But I'm like Paula, I won't get any further than just wading in it, because that, I don't know, that pull, that tide of it pushing you this way, pulling you back out. I don't like that at all. I guess I feel like I'm losing control or something. I don't know, but it really was scary to me. Um, I've seen both sides of the oceans, the Pacific and the Atlantic, and I've seen the Persian Gulf. So simply Debbie Sue, my brother took me out in the river and set me on a big rock and told me I was going to swim when I was little, and I sat there for hours, and he finally came and got me. You never learn to swim. Oh, Carol said if she can't sleep at night, she puts on beach waves on and put your earbud in. So Mrs. G said, "What? Oh my God." Yeah, brothers are like that, aren't they, Debbie Sue? They'll, uh. Starboom is here. Hi. Hi, Starboom. She says, "Hi, yeah, Rhonda. We learned something new in Evie's. What was it? Um, NTMY. It's a new acronym. Oh, Debbie Sue said, yeah, he did. And Heartily Happy said that would have cried all the while I was there. Hey, Jay. Honey Dip 229. Hey, I'm not going to say it right. Nita Mae? Did I say it right? Evie did it. NTTY. No, it's NTMY, wasn't it? Nice to meet you. Oh, you would have cried. Yeah, I probably would have too. Carol, what is NTTY? I thought it was NTMY. I should have wrote it down. Nice to meet you. So I got it right. Honey dipped Nita Mae. Oh, Mrs. G brought the kids with her. Yeah, she did. Was Nita Mae is the one that was on the back couch in your live that you just did? Carol said, "Oh, okay, yeah," because there was a young girl in Evie's live, and she put that acronym and said that she was going to have to go, and we're all like, "What's that mean?" So she told us, "Nice to meet you." So, Starboom, it's Lil J. How y'all doing, Miss Rhonda? I'm doing good this evening. Um, there's 10 people here, and we're all chatting back and forth, and we're having some conversations. I was asking everybody about, you know, things that happen in their life that they feel like that they knew without a shadow of a doubt that God was the only one that could have orchestrated that. I call them divine appointments or God deals, or I kind of had one of those. I thought I'm still kind of questioning that whether that's really what it was yesterday evening after I had a great day. Um, so what happened was Evie's retired, and myself, we lived 2.5 hours apart, and we met halfway and ate lunch, and then we made a live for her channel, and I made a video for mine. So you can watch that later, but it was phenomenal to meet someone in person that was from YouTube and then get to post that out in the community. So um, everyone's saying hi. Heartily happy. Mrs. G said, "Yep, yes, I brought the kids with me." Yep. So the kids are here. Anyway, um, it's pretty cool. So No one's going to talk about their divine appointments. Well, I've certainly had a lot of those in my life. A lot. Yeah, and Mrs. Gia was showing off my apron. Put this in there. That Carol made it for me. Whole Food Matters. She makes and sells these aprons, and she made this one for me. So, anyway, you haven't had a divine appointment, Evie? Nice apron. Thanks. So they wanted me to model it, so I had to go get it and put it on. And it's got a big bib across the front so that you don't slop food on, like most aprons are this big, and then you get food all on the sides. Let's see, what was it? Carol called them a thong apron, where they end up in the middle. And she wanted to make one big enough that covered everything. So she did. She started making them, and she sells them. So a food tasting apron. You sure is. Yeah, Star Boom. Where was it? He said it was a nice apron. So it is a nice apron, and it was handmade. And then I have on my bracelets from Sally D that I got in the mail yesterday. And I was sharing. I had to add one to it because you're supposed to wear them in threes. It's has something to do with some sort of superstition thing in the Middle East, and they wear all their bangles in odd numbers, like threes and fives and sevens, all those gold bangles they wear. So anything anybody else wants to ask me or talk about? We've been on here almost. Yeah, you see them, Carol? This one, I'll take it. She sent this one's made out of glass beads, and then this one's a bling blinger. See, it's got a purple one. See, purple. And then this one's got this purple one. It's a glass bead. They're very nice. I was touched. Okay, Mrs. G, divine appointment. I didn't really talk about the divine appointment that happened, but I mean, I can. Paula said, I got to get Carol to make me a dishwashing diaries apron for when I start letting my dishes pile up again. Be sure to like the live. Yes, everyone, please hit the like button. So anyway, what happened was I talked a little bit. I've owned a salon for 47 years next month. I've had it 47 years, and I've got a stylist that's leaving, and so I thought about trying to sell it. And so I posted it Monday night on a Facebook page for Wichita Falls. And then I got up the next morning and I had a DM from a girl, and she wanted to come look at my salon. And I went over there yesterday evening, and she looked at it, and she said that she'd been looking, and that it was like, bam, it just showed up on this Facebook page. And she DM'd me, and here we were meeting, and she was interested in buying it. And then it's kind of gone a little south today, so I don't really know what's going on. But things like that happened that I feel like I didn't have part in that. I mean, for something that quick to happen. And I know that last year when I tried to sell my building, and I had worked out, I have commercial property that this salon was in, and I had working a deal with someone, and it fell through, and it was like, oh well. And I thought, I guess if God wants to sell it. And so what happened? I mean, I didn't even do anything other than just kind of sit in acceptance with no resistance, like, what, okay, God, whatever your will is. And a lady called me on the phone and offered me the very price I was kind of wanting for this commercial property. And a month later, I sold it. That's how God works. Fast and furious when He works. But I think I have to get ready. I have to learn something sometimes. Um, so Carol's asking Paul about what colors. Um, Carol asks, so Rhonda, how do we know if it's God or if it's just something we want and we tell ourselves it's God just to make ourselves feel like we're on the right track? Well, I do know that spiritual seeking, there will be doubt. And I just know that through seeking and experience, or you begin to learn to know. And sometimes I've made decisions feeling like it was God's will or direction, and those decisions have not turned out real well. But, there are no wrong decisions. Um, you either have a good decision or you make a decision you learn from. Okay. A tad bit shady. Oh, well, I haven't told you the rest of the story. I'm She was texting me and I finally just quit. So, yeah, because I went on, I got into Chat GPT and was uh, told it what my salon equipment and everything was like and what would it sell for used. My 4 shampoo bowls are worth $2,000. They're worth $500 a piece. They are cast iron Belvedere with the fixtures and the the fixtures and the hanging things. 4 of them. So a wrong decision can simply be a lesson. I call it a AFGO. I'm not telling you what that means. That's another acronym. Let's see. Let me type it in. It's A. They are expensive. Brand new, they're, you know, upwards $1,500. Brand new. And they're cast iron with no chips. They have a little bit of wear on the bottom. They're in like what I would call good condition. So, all right, Miss Paula, I've had 2 divine appointments, graduated with my BS on Saturday, got a job in my field on Monday, then graduated with my master's in December and got a job as a school counselor in January. More than luck. Yep. Yep. A lot of those things are. The job that I had at the treatment center was like that. So, okay. Heartily happy said, I'm still here, ladies, but I'm about to start my drive home. Listening. So Paula said, Gina, you're not home? Get home, Paula said. It's dark outside. I bet it is. It's getting dark here, and she's an hour over that way, so it's a lot darker. So is Carol and Sally D. Debbie Sue, probably you are too. Y'all are all an hour later than I am here. So, um, anyway, that's kind of, I kind of feel like now that she's trying to manipulate me. So I've just stopped texting. So it's dark. As long as you don't have a mosquito in the car, Mrs. G, you get those mosquitoes in the car. Pitch black here for an hour, Carol said. Carol lives in Canada, but she's in that time zone. So all y'all are late. Oh no, don't tell her that. If there's a mosquito in the car, she won't be able to see it because it's dark. And she said mosquitoes really like her. They like me too. So the fall weather. Yes, it's nice. It's supposed to start cooling off here. I think next week only be in the 80s instead of the 90s. It's still in the 90s here. So she has a lot of problems with those skeeters. She sure does. She does. I've been on a couple of her lives. She's doing it in the car, and both times she's had mosquitoes in the car with her. So anyway, well, been here almost an hour. Skeeters love Mrs. G. She's really sweet. That's why. So, probably need to get off here. My husband's done with his Bible study. He's got the TV on in there now. So, Carol, it's been beautiful here for 2 weeks, though. Hot and sunny for days. Yeah, the weather. Oh, is Mrs. G, is your name Gina? Paula's calling you Gina. Paula, it's been a great live, Rhonda. So many nice folks. There are a bunch of nice folks. Heartily Happy says, damn skeeters. And Simply Debbie Sue said, Mrs. G, LOL. Yes, Gina. Okay, that's your name. And Evie's retired. Thanks for a great live, Rhonda. And hashtag Core Tribe. The Core Tribe was here. There's a few outliers missing, but they'll be around. They will be around. So I hope all of y'all have the great rest of your week. And I'll probably see some of you live in and out or catch your video here on YouTube. And I want to thank each and every one of you for joining me tonight and for enjoying my modeling my apron from Whole Food Matters. Go check out her channel. There's Heartily Happy, Simply Debbie Sue, Sally D's Reality, Mrs. Paula Does Retirement, Big D's Place. So, Heartily Happy. Let's see if there's anyone else that I might have missed. Evie's Retired. They're all here. They all have channels. They do great stuff. And they are my core tribe. Thank you for joining me. And remember to be you on purpose. Till next week. Bye.